because they would catch, wouldn't they? And then, like, getting back to I've got nothing else better in my life apart from fishing. Now, let's just say that is true, right? Yeah, I am probably living the dream. And trust me, if I wanted to make that decision and do it, which I have done, Terry Doe, a very, very wise a very, very wise man, let's say, he turned around to me, he wrote on my Facebook page, it was something like, very clever person with words and all the rest of it, but it made you stand and think. I mean, I put a picture up, right, yeah, me and the family went out strawberry picking, just put a picture up, strawberries, but I love it, it's part of summer, it's part of life, you know, it's like a year, it's like you do it maybe 10 times, 8 times, it's a yearly ritual, you know, come June, it's blooming July, that's how the weather's messed up, we go and do these things. But there's a lot of people that have lost their way in that sort of thing, like going home, turning off from fishing, and just haven't got what I call a family life. Now, you know, it's like I left not yesterday, this morning, but I said yesterday, we're all sitting there, just chilling out, and I turned around and said, we're going to play golf next week. And then my stepson goes, yeah, but I want to play tennis. He's into tennis now. He's bought himself, like, I think it was a 70, 80 pound racket. This boy, right, yeah, for some reason, he has like fads on different things. He can't find anything but he seems to love tennis at the moment. He loves cricket, but something in that weren't right, made him feel like he's a little lad and all the rest of it, right, yeah, for his age. And they sort of, people don't understand, you know, they'd only use him to sort of practice. They wouldn't actually, he wasn't good enough. Now, what I'm trying to say here, maybe this is what these knockers in cyberspace and all the rest of it have got. They've got a deep problem, a seed has been set in their head where they've been knocked badly, and it's set there. It's like done and forever. It's a shame, really, isn't it? But there you go. Jealousy, sorry, I'm going to swear again, is a fucker of a thing, and trust me, it's a disease, and I ain't jealous of no one. But there you go. So, we've got that out of the way. I'm now on the way fishing. I'm leaving out of Mongolia, which is Lowestoft, the most easterly point in the country. I haven't got a motorway, whichever way I go, right, yeah, for like 45, 50 mile. So, you have to, I can't play my tunes. The CD player's messed up. 3 years of abuse playing trance. So I'm like, oh, I plug in an iPod now, but I've got to get it sorted. But it's like when I get home, I just got to spend time with the missus and the family and that. So it's like, there you go, backwards and forwards. Like last week, in my pursuit of carp, I'd done basically 450 mile. That's like 90 quid's worth of diesel. And it was one of them, so hot, just so hot. Bayswater was shut, went around, checked Ellis, done a chase, lost one off the top, floaters, went back there again, nothing. And then went to Bayswater, day ticket, fitted in a tuition with Gabby. She's coming again end of October. Then I had a tuition with John, and all the footage is on here anyway. He ended up, I don't know, was it 9 or something? Unreal, good fun. Hot weather, floaters. So, I've got a tuition Thursday. I've been wanting to go to Fen for a while again. It's sort of starting to, maybe it's like hot enough now. we're right into second week of do you just love people like that, pull out in front of you? Twats. Second week of July. So I'm going for a look in this heat. I know there's fish in there, we've covered all that anyway. But hopefully I might get a chance and see some. But the wall pack's been shut for a while, so I can do the tuition there. I don't want to be like getting up Thursday, travelling miles to go and do a tuition and go home on the Friday. So now the wall pack's back open, which was Friday, I can use that as like for work, tuition. Plus, if I want to go and do a bit of fishing, I can myself. So it's going to be 28-30 degrees today. I'm gagging for a look. Can't wait actually. I spent so much time there in the spring for little return. It's unreal, but I think a lot of that was down to flooding, like I said. Cold winter, spring, all them northerlies, northeasterlies. It's just had a knock-on effect. People that have now, like the new syndicate, start of like June, are seeing fish. So happy days. A couple of big uns lately have been seen as well. So I thought Bayswater day ticket's still shut, spawning. I'm going to go and have a look over there. God knows where I could end up. You never know. I never know. If I was on a, if I was chipped up on a satellite, it'd be unreal. So I'm a little bit late leaving. I thought, oh, I'll give it till 7 before I hit the road. I've hit a, what is it, a tractor. I've got a combine harvester in front of me. I'm on a poxy, is it a B road? Oh, it's just savage. Normally the tunes do me, I can just like blow, but like it's a good time for a van rant. So today my priority is find them. People say to me, right, yeah, like tips. I know I've said this before, but I will keep saying it. Tips are on YouTube, in my magazine features, on my website. Now, if you're going to ask someone that knows something, surely you'd come up, and I'm not taking the mick here, you'd ask them something more detailed. Now, the main priority for me is location. It's a massive part, because it doesn't matter what bait, what rigs you got, if you ain't on them, you ain't going to catch them. So I like to hunt them. That's the buzz for me, finding them. And the more you do it, you can sort of be taught like watercraft skills and hunting skills, but once you've got to learn. It took me years and years, but learning. Surely that's what you can't have it all on a plate, because it's just too easy. You know, you've got to like go out there and experience. So if you want to fish runs waters, and basically you can get runs all day, that's down to you, innit? And it's you know, it's like a person. Facebook he asked me a question, and he said about like, I'm fishing at like a small lake, it's got loads of carp in it, but they're mostly small, but this fish, this one he wants, is £23. How would I target it? Now, with what he said about all these little ones in there, right, I mean, you're just going to have to wade through them, or you're going to have to stalk it, or you're going to have to go out and fish like big baits to try and like put off the small ones. That's what I would do. There's another one, it's like weed, you know. Once I found them, why do I want to get an oxygenator out? That's a marker rod. And plumb around and scare them. You know, put a choddy on, make sure it's tied up, naked, lead core choddy, got to be tied up 100% pucker and safe. And then with the smallest lead possible to make the cast, you cast into the weed. Chodding is just so easy. It's naughty in a way. As long as you like tie it up and fish it correct. It's no wonder rig. So there you go. I've got some new hooks to try as well from Ace. I remember having a meeting when I was on maybe having a new contract, and I showed them how to sharpen hooks. It's nice to see that sort of information has been used in some way. Long, thin needle points. I'll probably still doctor them in a way because they're not thin enough for me, but I ain't just saying this because, I mean, they don't pay me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I haven't used them yet, but by trying them on my hand, how I like to see if a hook's sharp, I was pleasantly surprised. These hooks from Ace are like the sharpest I've ever seen. I don't know if they'll stay sharp, but the long needle points on them, they're the longest needle points I've seen on any hook, right? It's just like another step forward. So I've got to tie rigs up. I can't do that at home, it's wasting time. I've got other things in my life to do. So there you go. So they sent me a bag of bits, gonna try them, you know, the quarter thing. Oh, God knows what went on there. It's just a joke. I call it, they call themselves businessmen, but I'm talking about the hierarchy there, but it doesn't matter, does it? You know, you've got someone, you're giving them a few bits and you pull it, you're not even paying them. What? How much media, how much advertising does this bloke command? Businessmen. Sorry, missed the trick, but there you go. But I always look at it positive, and the positivity is out of this. I'd have probably not seen a hook from these Ace geezers, right? Yeah, I probably wouldn't have had a package from them. And it was like, I call it meant to be. So at the end of the day, you lose something, you gain something. But I take the negativity as a positivity. It's no different to the people having a go. And it's like people have said to me, you know, if they're worrying about you, right, yeah, they've obviously got a problem, haven't they? And that's right, isn't it? That is right. Because they're worrying about you, you're not worrying about them. So you're doing something right. You know, taking the mick out of me because I couldn't read or write, or it's going to be a drawings on the book and all that. I tell you now, boys and girls, right, yeah, even though I say it myself, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, because I'm not copying out. What I mean is, yeah, I had someone tape it, which I did before because I couldn't read or write. Sorry about that. Which I never hid up. Don't you think a lot of these megastars in sport and films, they have someone actually, they sit with them, take notes and write the whole bloody book? You know, at least I put it all down on tape. You know, I sat there and spoke into a tape. But there you go. I'm not like copying out, just giving them the writing and then whatever. I'm actually producing it all myself, which, you know, like it or hate it, there ain't many people that can do that, and I financed it myself. Someone said to me the other day, right, yeah, I'm going to swear again, right, yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of road rage. No, I'm not. It's just, I hate driving on these pots. I normally go early, but I thought, sorry, what's the point? Might as well spend an extra few hours in bed. So, can't even remember what I'm saying now. But there you go. That's how much it means to me. I've got a combine harvester crawling along in front of me. It's just like, oh my god, you know, he ain't going to go nowhere quick, so I can't understand why he wouldn't pull over for a couple of minutes and let this snake of cars do it, just go past. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink. My throat's dry getting all that off my chest. I'm back. And Terry Doe wrote, he said, I can't remember the exact words, but it was like, Jim, at least you know the finer things in life, the things, the special things and all the rest of it, that means something. Spending time with the family, knowing what is right. And that made me sit and think. I reckon I've got about 8 or 10 miles and I hit a motorway. So that did get me thinking. Savagely thinking. And not being to Fen for a while, I was sort of like not quite sure what you're going to bump into. I had to laugh at some of these things these people said. They don't even like, they've got an opinion, but they don't know the facts, but they spout like it is fact, which is a bit bizarre really. Fen Drayton is a floodplain, always has, always will. So when it flooded 12, 14 years ago, I moved them all then, did I? I moved him into oh, it's not even worth talking about, is it? It's just really funny. I can remember, what was it when the RSPB took it over, and that same site, what were they writing? It's the same bods as well, were writing, oh, Jim Shelley's lost the lease on Fen Drayton. Excuse me, I'm still there, still running it with John Turrell. Been caught in the nature reserves poaching. Have I now? What's the other thing? Oh yeah, we lost the boat privilege. Have we now? I don't think so. It's funny as. One thing I do know for sure though, an EA bailiff came over there trying to find me. I don't know what he was trying to find me. God knows. Don't know what goes on in their heads. My mate Dave Little, he had a load of grief with one of them from Cambridge as well, down the river. And the twat got police involved. And nothing happened. You know, it's got to be a little man syndrome, innit? But like I said, they're no different from traffic wardens, are they? A bit like these keyboard warriors in cyberspace. Attention seeking. Funny as. I'm not sure if I'm going to boat today or whatever. Just got to find them. Once I get on this motorway soon, I'll be flying. One thing for sure, driving this slow, what was it, 40 mile an hour, I ain't going to be drinking loads of juice. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on some driving for